Post-production is where the film truly comes to life. It is the stage where the raw footage is transformed into a polished visual narrative through a combination of editing, color grading, sound design, visual effects, VFX, titling, and mastering. This module offers an advanced understanding of the post-production pipeline, industry-standard workflows, and the key roles involved in delivering a finished product ready for theatrical release, broadcast, or streaming platforms. Whether it's a fast-paced action film or a slow-burning drama, the post-production phase shapes the emotional rhythm and aesthetic integrity of the story. This stage is not simply about technical correction, it is about enhancing storytelling, emotional depth, and cinematic tone. Here, each decision, whether made in the edit suite, grading bay, or sound studio, affects how the audience perceives and experiences the film. By the end of this module, you should be able to comprehend the full post-production workflow from ingest to delivery, understand the key stages of editing, rough cut, fine cut, locked picture, manage digital assets and metadata using modern post-production tools, apply color grading principles to enhance mood and visual continuity, recognize the different roles: editor, colorist, VFX supervisor, sound designer, etc. Integrate VFX seamlessly into the narrative. Understand file formats, codecs, resolution, frame rates, and mastering techniques. Ensure final output meets platform, festival, or broadcaster specifications. Collaborate effectively across departments in post. The post-production pipeline. An overview. The post-production process typically follows a linear yet collaborative flow. Each stage builds upon the last, involving multiple departments. 1. Ingest and media management. 2. Offline editing, third picture lock. 4. Online editing and conform. 5. Color correction and grading. 6. Sound design and mixing. 7. Visual effects, VFX integration. 8. Subtitling and closed captioning. 9. Mastering and delivery. Each step must be coordinated with precision using editing software, version control, and backup protocols. Ingesting footage and data organization. This is the foundational step where all raw media, footage, audio, stills is backed up, logged, and organized. Poor ingest practices can delay posts or result in media loss. Best practices. Use checksum verification to ensure file integrity. Label clips by scene, shot, take, and camera. Employ naming conventions and folder structures, e.g., date_scene_take_camera. Store media on RAID systems and cloud backup. Tools: DaVinci Resolve Media Pool, Adobe Prelude Legacy, Hedge, Shotput Pro, Frame.io. Offline editing. Assembling the story. The offline editing stage is where the narrative takes form. The editor works with proxies, lower resolution versions of the footage, to assemble the rough cut, refine to the fine cut, and eventually lock the picture. Key concepts: continuity editing, montage theory, match cuts, L cuts, jump cuts, emotional rhythm and pacing, performance shaping, software, Adobe Premiere Pro, Avid Media Composer, Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve Creative Collaboration, Directors sit with editors to discuss emotional tone, tempo, and structural integrity. Notes are exchanged, scenes are swapped or shortened, and the edit evolves toward completion. Picture lock and online editing. Picture lock is the stage where no further changes are made to the video edit. Once locked, the project proceeds to online editing, which involves replacing proxies with full resolution footage and ensuring visual consistency. Online editing tasks: fix frame issues, reframing, stabilizing, add transitions and titles, finalize aspect ratio and resolution, QC, check for glitches, dead pixels, errors, deliverables created, master timeline with final footage, timecode sync, and formatted structure for grading and sound. Color correction and grading. Color is one of the most powerful emotional tools in cinema. Color correction ensures consistency, while grading applies a creative look or mood to the film. Color theory, basics. Hue, saturation, luminance. HSL. Warm versus cool color palettes. Mood through color, e.g. blue equals isolation, red equals tension. Technical tasks. Match shots between scenes. Balance exposure, contrast, white balance. Apply LUTs, lookup tables. Fix skin tones, shadows, highlights. Software, dot. DaVinci Resolve, Baselight, Adobe SpeedGrade, Legacy. Sound design, ADR, and mixing. Audio is half the experience. In post, the sound department enhances, recreates, and synchronizes sound to create immersion. Core components. Dialogue editing and cleanup. ADR, automated dialogue replacement. Foley recording, footsteps, object interactions. Sound effects, SFX. Score integration, diegetic and non-diegetic. Mixing and mastering, stereo 5.1 or Dolby Atmos. Sound software : Pro Tools, Adobe Audition, Logic Pro X, Reaper. Visual effects, VA. FX integration. VFX is more than explosions and fantasy creatures. It includes wire removal, sky replacements, CGI, green screen compositing, matte painting, and crowd duplication. Key processes. Compositing, Nuke, After Effects, motion tracking, rotoscoping, particle simulations, 3D rendering and animation, clean plate generation, subtitles, captions, and accessibility. To maximize global accessibility, post-production includes subtitling, dubbing, and captioning. Subtitles are translations. Closed captions include environmental sounds, e.g., comma, comma. Open captions are always on and embedded. Software, dot. Subtitle, edit, AGSub, YouTube Studio, Amara. Mastering and final delivery. The final product must adhere to technical specifications of the release platform or buyer. Delivery formats, dot. DCP, Digital Cinema Package, for theaters. ProRes or DNX HD for festival or broadcast delivery. H.264 or H.265 for web streaming. IMF, Interoperable Master Format for Netflix and Amazon Prime. Export considerations, dot. Resolution, 2K, 4K, 8K. Frame rate, 23.976, 24, 25, 30 frames per second. Bitrate and color space. Rec 709 versus Record 2020. Audio layout, stereo 5.1, 7.1. QC and archiving. Before release, perform a QC pass, export backups, and store archival masters in multiple formats. Post-production is the invisible hand that elevates a film from a rough sequence of images into a cohesive, emotionally resonant cinematic experience. From managing terabytes of raw footage to colorizing for mood, layering immersive sound, and rendering final exports. This phase is where precision meets creativity. Understanding the technical requirements, creative decisions, and collaborative workflows in post-production ensures that filmmakers can deliver a visually stunning, technically sound, and universally accessible product ready for cinemas, broadcasters, or streaming platforms. In post-production, the vision finds its final voice.